Right, it's Sunday, a bit of a mystery. For some reason, there's only one of my Altra Timp shoes just there. It looks like a fox stole one of my Timps, my Timp 3s. Now, it can only be either two things, a fox coming or a kid playing a small prank. And looking at this little clip right now in Australia, we can clearly see Mr. Foxy is up to no good. I'm in a small dilemma. Do I buy another pair of Timps, which would be pair number 3 within 3 months, or go for something different? And I'm now leaning towards thinking about going for the LP5, the Lone Peak 5, because I've got the all-weather one, but after looking at the details of the all-weather ones, I actually realized that they're about 100 grams heavier than the LP5. And I'm enjoying the lower stack height of the Superior and the King MT2. Here it is, Altra Lone Peak 5. So another excellent service from tonTrekhire UK in Shere. Now I've got my hands on the Altra Lone Peak 5. We have a 25mm stack height. Obviously it's a zero drop, so 25mm from heel to toe, and it has the new Ego midsole compound in there as well. So looking forward to see how that feels and how it compares to the Lone Peak 5 all-weather. This one here is about 310 grams for the UK size 9. And yeah, I can see the overlays at the top, quite similar, quite reminiscent to the Lone Peak 4. Nice double stitching in the front here as well. So it looks like a much stronger material than the Timp, which I've had many issues with now. But as you can see, it's got a lot more sort of protection and overlays and much thicker, harder bumper there. That toe bumper, it looks great. It's a nice ventilation and the holes there for drainage too. And in the outsole, we have the MaxTrack outsole, which is very similar to the Lone Peak 4 and 4.5. Actually also the colour, black. This is the black and the slate grey, with a little dash of red, and I'm liking it. I'm liking that quite simple look. So there we have it, the MaxTrack outer with the stone guard, 25mm of the Ego midsole, nice sort of protection overlays up front and at the top, a stronger, it looks like a very strong, sturdy toe cap bumper. Also the tongue seems to be nicely cushioned as well. A nicely cushioned tongue. Slip for the gaiter at the back, so that's standard. They still have the little flipper thing at the back, which is, I think maybe got smaller, but it's still there. And that is it. Slate grey and black with a red Lone Peak 5. Right, all that stands now is to test it out. So, I've just come back from about a 16-kilometer run, which had about 1,000 foot of elevation, lots of hard effort going up and down, and I've got to say, I'm extremely impressed. I'm very impressed with how this shoe feels, and I'm going to go into all the good points right now, and if I can find some negatives, I'll pick those out as well. But I'm really pleased that I've tried these, because they are, first of all, very, very different from the Lone Peak 5 all-weather. Much lighter, a much better weight distribution, and a much more comfortable upper and secure fit. So let's start with the upper. The upper actually reminds me slightly of the Superior 4.5. It has a just a very soft, comfortable upper, and it fits perfectly. The Superior is a little bit, I find a little bit sloppy sometimes, whereas this seems to lock down nicely. So it's very good, it's a really good secure fit. Nice secure fit on the upper there, but also an extremely soft heel counter at the back. That heel counter at the back here is really soft and really comfortable. Really impressed on how the upper feels on the foot. A nice sock-like fit, really, really good. Also, in regards to how the upper fits, True to size, this is 10.5. I went for 10.5 all my trail shoes, and this fits perfectly. And there's absolutely no problem with the width. The width on here, for me, was perfect. Not restrictive, not tight, not narrow. I did take the insole out of this one here and put it in, and just to compare it with the all-weather one, and this does actually have probably about 3 to maybe 4 millimeters of about 3 millimeters of extra width in the widest part of the shoe there. Midsole, Ego midsole, 25 mil of Ego midsole, as I said. It definitely is. It's definitely not as, let's say, cushioned as the Quantic midsole, or soft, but it is still soft. It's much softer than the King MT. There's more cushion under there than the Superior, and it's a perfect amount of cushion actually in regards to soft. I mean, I even had a bit of road there as well, and it felt fine. So I have so far, first impressions, there's no issues with the amount of cushion. That 25 mil stack height seems perfect, and it also seems to add enough protection from the hard roots and the sticky, spiky rocks that I've just hit as well, because there is a rock plate in there. So it was good. It was responsive. It had a nice pop back, and it was soft. And I think probably the more I wear this, the better it's going to feel. The softer, it might break in more. This is literally, I've only took it out yesterday and this morning, but I've got to say, I'll be definitely going back to this one here. And then the Altra, obviously the Max Track Altra, no major, it's not nothing fancy here. Grip's fine. So there it is. The first impressions of the Altra Lone Peak 5 is really good. Really pleased. Yeah, as I said, I've got no issues with the width. The comfort is perfect. The responsiveness is great. And that upper, I've got to say, I'm very, very impressed with how it feels, because it is soft, and that heel count is lovely. And it's really nice, and just the perfect amount of padding there on the tongue. And it's good. It feels very nice and nimble. I'm going to try and take it to 100 miles as quick as possible to see if there's any wear and tear, to see how this upper holds up. That's it for me. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and the notification bell button. And that is it. So yeah, have a great weekend. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Fox stole his shoe. Any excuse to buy another pair of trainers. I mean, come on, a fox.